All right, hello everybody. Hey, Toys, I see you're in here. We're just gonna wait a few moments, of course, here to say hi and good evening, and I'll be lurking again later on. All right. Well, just make sure you let us know that you're still around every once in a while, so that actually you're gonna probably want to make sure you're around tonight because one of the articles I'm gonna be looking at is in regards to, I guess, a promotional article on a Batmobile stem kit. I have a feeling you might know more about what that is than I would, but yeah. So, and when we get a few more people in here, I'll probably touch upon what we're going to, what we're going to cover tonight. Got quite a bit to go through, so um. I hope you had a good day today at least, and of course, counter goes back down to zero, of course. And again, thank you for the like and share there. Toys. Hopefully, we can get some more people in here. Oh, anyways, let's see. Batman. Da, 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 da. Batman. Da, 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 da. Batman. Da, 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 da. Batman. Da, 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 da. Batman, Batman, Batman. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Batman. Uh, Hey, Bat Goat, how you doing, man? Up, bro, daddies. Thank you for coming in stream as always. I appreciate any and all likes and shares you guys can give. See if we can get some more people in here. Wow, we're up to three. We're back up to three people watching now, so that's good. Um, yeah, we're just waiting for at least a couple more people before we get started. As I'll have quite a number of stories to go over tonight. Tonight will be a little bit more balanced out. It'll be like, we'll be doing comics and anime stories, but they'll be a little bit more balanced out tonight. I know lately I've been going a little bit more with anime stories, but that's just how things have been filling out. So I made it more of a conscious effort to put in a couple more comic stories tonight to balance things out a bit. So, anyways, how'd your day go, Backo? Are you still working on trying to figure out how to get that seat on to your toilet there? Man, I'm having a starch day. Oof. Panera sandwich soup and a flatbread pizza. Donuts for dessert. Gluten free is for wimps. Yeah, you should live life to the fullest, right? The toilet thing will require two of us. We're gonna tackle it on Sunday. All right. Oh, Halloween. Oh, that should be interesting. How you're gonna tackle the toilet thing on Halloween, huh? I just hope you don't run into Toiletnator from Codename Kids Next Door. That would be interesting. Yeah. So, anyways, so Bat Goat, have you been doing much disc golfing? Hey, RJ, how you doing, man? Food. I knew there was something I forgot to do today. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. And of course, as always, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares that you can, you can give me and pass along. Yeah. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for things to fill up a little bit more here before we get. And the shower door needs a piece glued back on it too. I cleaned over zealously. Oops. Well, better overzealous than underzealous, right? How about, hey, RJ? Yeah. So, yeah. So RJ, I don't know if you saw earlier, but I also subbed to Chris and Diane's YouTube channel as well. So I might start watching them, checking their stuff out a little bit too. Anyways, that was kind of a fun stream earlier tonight. Um, talking a bit about their works. Does it seem like a very interesting comics universe that they're starting to feature there? So, okay, so let's see. We're at 4 people now. Is that 6 minutes? Let's see. Yeah, we got Steel Stick from J.B. Weld. Several bros gave us the nod on that. All right. Oh, and here's Toys. Good evening, BG and RJ. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, so I hope you guys will stick around for the content tonight. As I guess now we have a nice little group here, so I guess we can go ahead and I'll get right into what we're going to be going over tonight. Let's see. Just got my new driver hats in there. Okay. All right. So here are the stories we're going to be covering. I got 8 stories to go over tonight. Two from Bounding into Comics. The other 6 from CBR. 4 comics related. 4 anime related. As I said earlier, I'm going to be balancing that. I balance that out a little bit more tonight. Among the stories on the comic side include in the further adventures of DC dumping on fans and giving them what they don't want. Now the writer for the latest series regarding, not Wonder Woman itself, but Nubia and the Amazons. Now they are canonizing trans women on Themyscira. That's one of the articles we're going to be looking at. We have another Ethan Van Sciver article as he's reported he got banned from Choppy. What's that for, Toys? I didn't see anything on my end. According to at least what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem. Am I still choppy, back out? Finally, I have no indication on my end that I'm being choppy. I'm not getting any kind of signal different. All right. It's for making mine feel pretty. About back out, and then back out says, "Good now." Press on. Okay, so it may have just been a temporary issue. So, anyways, as I said, got another Ethan Van Sciver story in which he's reported getting banned from a subreddit. Let's see. We got some promotional stuff, as I was telling Toys earlier. There, Global Comics. No, actually, it's not. Let's see. Circuit Mesh is coming out with a Batmobile STEM kit. Global Comics is coming out with a Lincoln-esque type marketplace for comic pros. Have a lot of toys. Also, on the anime side of it, got some promotional stuff, including Kill la Kill is having some figures come out. Now apparently Pikachu and the Pokemon are going to get to see humans fight, as there's some kind of deal going on between Pokemon and the Japan Sumo Association. So that would be an article interesting to look at. Also, we're going to look at a couple profile pieces as well about anime theme songs. And there was one other, I can't remember off the top of my head. But, anyways, with all that being said and done, let's go ahead. I hope everybody's still here. RJ, I hope you're still here too. Um, oh, yeah. Now I see a little bit of choppiness here on the YouTube side of it. Okay, there we go. I just went over and saw that the screen was frozen on YouTube there. Now, I don't know if that's from a delay from what you saw a few minutes ago back out. But, anyways, um, all right, so let's go ahead and get into the articles then now. And we're now at 11, coming up on 11 and a half minutes. Let's get going here. Alrighty then. There we go. All right, so let's get to that first article there. I am Nubia, Wonder Woman of the Floating Island. Hola, Nubia. Nubia and the Amazon's writer canonizes existence of trans Amazons on Themyscira. Article by J.B. Augustine, published today. Here we go. Amazons, which are the women of Themyscira, the people that Wonder Woman comes from, can officially be trans women starting in the new series Nubia and the Amazons by Stephanie Williams. Yeah, that's kind of a problem because in the Golden Age, Wonder Woman, basically the women of Paradise Island would lose their immortality if and their powers if men happen to step on and trans women or who are biologically men. That would I think that would be more of a problem. Williams confirmed, and here we go once again with the agenda pushing, of course. Williams confirmed trans Amazons are going to be an aspect of the book in a tweet thread posted on Wonder Woman's 80th anniversary. Quote, if you've read Nubia and the Amazons #1, unquote, Williams posted, quote, the answer to your burning question is yes. There are trans Amazons. One of the newest Amazons is a black trans woman. Of course, because they just have to this has been a failing thing for them, and yet they still want to keep pushing it. Of course, what we saw the other day in the article where Ethan Van Sciver talked about how the government is subsidizing this stuff. Her tweet includes a screenshot of a panel from the issue in which the new Amazon Bia, who was reborn in the Well of Souls, says they has reached her soul's deepest desire. Williams added in a reply that Nubia is being reintroduced to show that Themyscira is, quote unquote, a place for all women. Oh boy. Quote, as much as it is important for the Nubia and the Amazons miniseries to reintroduce Nubia and establish her definitive role in the DCU, it is also important to make clear that Themyscira is a place for all women, unquote. Yeah. Yeah, that shouldn't include trans. I'm sorry, but people, if you're born, your biology is what should identify you there. Okay. Period. She then revealed the idea of the well of souls, which they felt gave them quote endless possibilities. Was kicked around in discussions with trans non-binary co-writer Vida Ayala. Quote, when Vida Ayala and I were thinking of a way that provided us with a tool to make things as clear as possible, the wells of souls was right there, allowing endless possibilities for the Amazons of Themyscira, unquote. Said Williams, quote, it's essential in opening this world up for future writers, unquote. Yeah, but then again, maybe the writers of tomorrow from this point will realize the error in some of these ways. Tally ho! Of course. Here we go. RJ's got. If a Themysciran decides to be a trans man, does she have to leave the island, or do the Amazons still consider her really a woman? Yeah, that's kind of a good question, RJ. That's actually a pretty good, legitimate question. Now, granted, I know a lot of things have changed over time. Like originally, it was called Paradise Island, not Themyscira. And then Themyscira, of course, is the name I think they came up with. I don't know if it was a Silver Age creation or if it was a post-crisis creation, but it's now, of course, called Themyscira. But yeah, let's see who else is here. Um, we are far too stupid to understand. Only degrees in woman studies need bother trying to comprehend. Yeah, it's gonna probably be one of those tank job comics where it's not gonna probably sell that much. Bia is Swahili word for beer. Really? Are you sure about that, Woody? Is that true, or is that just you joking around? But that would be interesting if that was the case. Ah, and to kind of finish out the articles here. Say what now? What kind of 31 flavors co-writer? uh, they called her, I guess, a trans non-binary woman, meaning that basically she's transgendered and she doesn't necessarily identify with either the two main genders. How else they gonna snoo? I have no idea. Now granted, I know Wonder Woman has had its share of controversy throughout its 80 years of existence. RJ knows this because we talked about it a lot of it. I've mentioned this quite a number of times. The original creator, William Moulton Marston's, was of course into polyamory, which is love of multiple women, and bondage fetishism. So this is just probably the latest turn in that saga. So, anyways, let's get on with the with the article here. Williams also promised Bia will be important and won't exist just to check boxes. Yeah, right. Quote, Bia will have a role on Themyscira beyond just existing. She isn't set dressing. She isn't a box to tick. She is she is a fully fledged character that is important to her community, unquote, She wrote, "Yeah, right." uh, then why make a why have her there then? I mean, quote, just as black trans women are important to us in real life, unquote, added Williams, who may be will who may swear be will. Okay, that's kind of a bit of a grammar issue there. Important in the long run, and she might not, but that's really not set in stone. The character is part of the pattern we are seeing in the pages of the reboots and backup stories that are Batman Urban Legend #6 and Superman Son of Kal-El. In those comics, Tim Drake and Jonathan Kent, respectively, were revealed or retconned as bisexual. Uh-huh. As the media buzz surrounding these stories dies down, everyone, including DC, seems to move on. Case in point, Jonathan Kent, being a climate activist, is becoming more pertinent than the nature of his relationship with Jay Nakamura. And here's a is from Wonder Woman #204 from DC Comics right there. The Nubia and the Amazon series digs deep into the origin of Diana's long lost sister, who was crowned Queen of the Amazons after 40 years. The book will lead into a big crossover event in 2022, Trial of the Amazons, that will bring Wonder Woman, Artemis, Hippolyta, Yeraflor, Nubia, the rest of the Amazons, and Themyscira's destiny to a crossroads. Hmm. Wonder what that crossroads will be, hey guys? So before moving on, of course, to the next article, anything you guys want to add to any of this? I don't understand what that means. Yeah. RJ, you have anything you want to add to this? If you're still here. And as always, guys, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more people in here, that'd be appreciated. Um, snoo is bang bang. Ah, okay. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling that's what that probably meant, but yeah. We're good. He could just be listening. All right. Yeah, you guys are gonna probably see me doing more of this as well. More in just asking to see if you guys have anything more to say on it in between, just to help time go by a little faster. See if I can get you guys a little bit more engaged. Just figured it might be fun to hear your opinions. I know on some of these articles, you guys usually will say something, some of them more than others. So I think I'd stop and ask anyways to help the time go a little bit more. All right. So anyway, we'll move on to the next article. I know Batgoat, you're probably one looking forward to this one. Features one of your favorites, Ethan Van Sciver. So here we go. Comic book subreddit bans Cyberfrog creator Ethan Van Sciver. Article by John F. Trent, published earlier today. Cyberfrog creator Ethan Van Sciver recently reported that he has been banned from comic book subreddit. If you're unfamiliar with the comic book subreddit, it is a forum that has over 2 million accounts subscribed and one of the largest comic book focused subreddits on Reddit. There's Cyberfrog to Wrecked Planet. Okay. Van Sciver informed his followers that he had been on Twitter. Um, he tweeted, quote, "How soy-based is Reddit? Someone posted a question in smaller quotes, will Ethan Van Sciver ever be invited to Comic Cons again? Unsmaller quote. I responded, quote, yes. Smaller quote, yes. I do get invited to several. I will make at least 2 appearances in 2022. Unquote. Quote. I've that's all I've ever posted on Reddit. I got this message, LMFAO. Unquote. He added. 90 Cyberfrog trick ran. Attached to his tweet was a screenshot that informed his account, Frog King Lord High, that he had been banned. It reads, quote, "You have been permanently banned from participating in, I guess, Reddit slash comic books. You can still view and subscribe to Reddit slash comic books, but I guess you won't. I guess it's supposed to be won't. You won't be able to post or comment, not want." It continued, unquote. It continued stating, quote, "If you have a question regarding your ban, you can contact the moderator team for Reddit slash comic books by replying to this message," unquote. Um, I'd say there. And Skyver provided more information on YouTube saying, quote, "I've been banned from Reddit. I don't even use Reddit. I didn't even do anything wrong," unquote. He would later state, quote, "Imagine being entrusted with this minuscule amount of power and then immediately abusing it for no reason. Like, in smaller quote, I have a tiny bit of control over people that I don't like, and I'm going to immediately abuse the power I'm given," unquote. Well, you know what they say. Well, folks, you know what they say about power, right? And we are seeing it at many levels. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Sure, everybody would agree with me with that statement right there. Let's see now. We are geeks. We tend to sound off. Yeah. Not surprising at all. Almost a non-story because it's just so 2016 at this point. These people are delusional. Yeah, I know. I mean, it still was kind. I figured it's still one to read. I wasn't even necessarily considering doing this one for tonight. I might have just pushed it back to Monday or something like that. But I figured I was able to put 8 stories together to go through tonight. So, and of course, YouTube's being screwed with the counter again. I see. Morning Wood from Toys, and then Reddit is Weenie Hut Jr. Okay, Weenie Hut Jr. That's funny, back out. Yeah, they are a bunch of little weenies. Anyways, let's see where. And Skyver then stated, quote unquote, I will not participate on Reddit/comic books. If you look at Frog King Lord High's profile, you will see that he did indeed reply to a post from user Gavika, who asked, quote, will Ethan Van Sciver be invited to conventions again, unquote. Van Sciver responded, quote, yes, of course, I'm invited to conventions every year, and I will be visiting my wonderful fans in 2022, unquote. Excuse me a moment, guys. Chloe's barking again. I gotta go get her. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had to take care of that. Um, let's see. Hey, Chloe. Yeah. I appreciate you bringing us a story, Mike. I want SJWs to know that they are tired and old. They are the Borg. Yep, tired. Yeah, I knew what you were saying. Hey, Batgoat, you know how to make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. Yeah. And then Batgoat with a few things here. I was saving that for Friday. Yeah. Hi, Chloe. All right. So, anyways, back to the article here. Van Sciver had also previously commented on the Reddit slash comic book subreddit almost a year ago when user Sinestro for Life posted to the forum, quote, why are people so upset at him? I met him once. He seemed nice enough. I always knew he was a conservative. Um, in parentheses, I am not, but it never bothered me that he was, on parentheses. He is one of my fave artists. Um, However, what happened, I always thought he was a mainstream conservative, unquote. In that instance, Van Sciver wrote back, um, quote, I'm an absolute charmer. Sure he is. unquote. He's also engaged on the saltier than crate SJ. Let's see. He's also engaged on the saltier than crate SJW rabbit hole and action figure subreddits. However, he doesn't appear to be very active on Reddit. I mean, why bother banning somebody who's not that active? That in of itself is kind of stupid. I think it is, just as Ethan said, it's somebody with a little bit of power there who doesn't like Ethan or doesn't like Comicsgate decided to take out their frustration. Well, I now am in a position where I can screw this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and screw him. As for why he was banned, it does not appear an explanation was given to Van Sciver. However, on the subreddit's FAQ page under Rule 1, Be Civil, it states, quote, any form of bigotry or support of hate groups, such as Comicsgate, is not permitted. Okay, if the word Comicsgate is in that, then that's probably what got him. I mean, who else is more synonymous with Comicsgate than Ethan Van Sciver? He got banned for being the leader of, or being considered the leader of Comicsgate. How about loud, Big Pimp Daddy EVS? What a great answer. Yeah. Ironically enough, in the next sentence, subreddit exposes themselves as bigots. It reads, quote, please be respectful of people's pronouns. Intentionally continuing to use the incorrect pronouns after being corrected is a violation of Rule 1. Wonder what they mean by that. Bishop Michael Burbage of the Diocese of Arlington, in his catechesis on the human person and gender ideology, instructs the faithful to, quote, avoid using gender affirming terms or pronouns that convey approval of or reinforce the person's rejection of the truth. It is not harsh or judgment to decline to use such language, unquote. Bishop Burbage adds, quote, in the broader culture, Catholics may experience significant pressure to adopt culturally approved terminology. However, in no circumstance should anyone be compelled to use language contrary to the truth. The right to speak the truth inheres in the human person and cannot be taken away by any human institution. Basically, what I think in layman's terms, what that means is, if you're taught that a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and that's it, that's what you call them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. None of this polygender baloney. Okay? If you're born a man, you're a man. If you're born a woman, you're a woman. Okay? Now, yes, I know there are some people out there who are born as hermaphrodites, either having both characteristics or neither characteristics, but those are still rare. Okay? Ultimately, if you're born a man, you're a man. If you're born a woman, you're a woman. Period. So, let's see now. Let's see what you guys might be saying. All right. I and my wife, if she wants to hear a pickup line, she's like, no matter what I'm not doing, it's me, your legs are Like or okay. Um, I want to open them and okay, that might be a little too saucy for this stream. Toys. That might be just a little too saucy for this stream. Uh, anyways, quote: attempts by the state, corporations, or employers to compel such language, particularly by threats of legal action or job loss, are unjust. We must love in the truth, and truth must be accurately conveyed by our words. At the same time, clarity must always be at the service of charity as part of a broader desire to move people towards the fullness of the truth. Unquote. He elaborates. Given the fact that the Reddit comic books is actually showing prejudice against the Catholic faith, the definition of bigotry, they should follow their own rules and delete the page. I see now. But it's unlikely they will do so given they clearly reject the truth. Which is true. Which is true. And Skyver isn't the only person being banned from Reddit from the Reddit comic books. Bleeding Fool author and comic book promoter Chris Braley was banned from the subreddit back in June 2020 after attempting to promote Mike Barron's Florida Man Indiegogo. And as we know, Mike Barron recently also came out with another book that he just started up on Indiegogo as well, The Thin Blue Line. Braley's initial post promoting the Indiegogo was removed to keep, quote, communities safe, civil, and true to their purpose, unquote. I don't know what the issue was with them being. Not only would the promotional post be banned, but Braley received a personal ban. Unlike Van Sciver, they claimed he was banned for Commonsgate support, quote unquote. A moderator explained, quote, Commonsgate support is not tolerated on this subreddit, such as pro Comicsgate websites like Bleeding Fool and Comicsgate led crowdfunding campaigns like those from Chris Braley. Unquote. See, I'm not on Reddit myself, so I wouldn't know too much about it. I have no desire or need to be on Reddit, so Um, anyways, what do you make of Reddit comic books banning Ethan and Skyver? And I know you guys have already said a lot about it. So before I move on, I want to give you guys a quick chance to add anything if you want to add anything. If not, we will move on to the next article. Um, I'm waiting to see if you guys will comment further. I'll get ready to go on to the next article. Now we're leaving bounding into comments, of course, and going to um, the first of the six articles on. Get to the first of the six articles from CBR. Here we go. And a lot of these articles are going to be more like promotional pieces and all that. So, okay. uh, anyways, And we're at the 41 minutes, so we are making good time then here. All right, so moving on to the next article then. Now these will be kind of probably lighter articles a little bit. A lot of promotional pieces and promotional and profile pieces. So here we go. Global Comics announces LinkedIn-esque talent marketplace for comic pros exclusive. Global Comics announces its new talent marketplace, a platform designed to connect comics pros with potential collaborators for new projects. Article by John Arvidin, published 12 hours ago. So this must be a thing from the. Okay. Digital comic book, graphic novel, and manga reading and distribution platform, Global Comics, announced a new tool for comic book pros to connect with one another called Talent Marketplace. Talent Marketplace offers creators access to a wide network of writers, artists, colorists, letterers, and more to help find collaborators for new and existing projects. Yeah, RJ, if you happen to still be here, you might want to be listening to this one because this is probably a resource you may want to look into, for you and for like some of the other guys that you promote on your channel as well. You and Pops and all that. Um, all right. EBS getting banned is a nothing burger. All they did was hurt themselves. Yep, I'd have to agree with that. But Toys is acting very un-Canadian like. Harumph, I say. That's very battle of you. Okay. Okay. Anyways, come on, let's be nice, guys. I know you guys are probably kidding, but let's tone it down a little bit at least. Be civil. I guess here is some signs of some of the three. You're just showing us some screenshots of the site, I guess. Quote, at Global Comics, we are committed to helping comic creatives be successful, whether finding work, an income, or finding a team to collaborate with on their next big thing, unquote. Global Comics CEO and founder Christopher Carter said, quote, the talent marketplace is an extension to that mission, which is why we've created a much needed resource for comics creatives to connect with each other. We are excited about the uptick in crowdfunding and creator owned work, driving innovation and success in the comic industry. And we are here to support. We are here to support by offering the resources they may need along the way. Unquote. Quote, given the international supply chain challenges, we're seeing a swell of support for digital comics, unquote, added Gamal Hennessy, whose creative contract consulting, C3, will provide free legal consultation to talent marketplace users. Quote, the potential of Global Comics Talent Marketplace offers an elegant solution for creators looking to foster partnerships, increase productivity, and bring stories to market in a manner that we haven't seen before, unquote. Oh, there we go with that. That. So RJ, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you caught any of that, but it might be something you might want to look at. Yeah, so anyways, let's see. I know there's been some good day, eh? Although hockey's not even Canada's national sport. They're just better at it than everyone else. All right, so getting ready to move on to the next article then here. Yeah, I don't know why this counter is being screwy right now. Now it's up to 2 on YouTube there. Right. Toys, actually, here's the article I was telling you about earlier that I think you might be interested in because this sounds something closer to your area of expertise. All right. Batman Circuit Mess revs up an impressive Batmobile STEM kit. A DIY, so do-it-yourself Batmobile from European company Circuit Mess is designed to teach STEM skills to all fans of Batman's elaborate tech. Article by Jeremy Bloom, published 12 hours ago. Build and code your own Batmobile. Oh, there you go. European company Circuit Mess has developed a Batmobile specifically designed to teach curious makers all of the STEM skills an aspiring Wayne Tech employee would need. Within 2 hours of its Kickstarter campaign launch, the Circuit Mess Batmobile blasted through its initial goal of $15,000 and has currently crowdfunded more than $250,000. The end product is an AI powered Batmobile that includes machine learning capabilities, a camera, multiple LEDs, a rechargeable battery, four metal. Actually, this sounds more like something Batgirl might be into that robot, those robot wars kind of thing. Four metal gear motors and a variety of other smart tech. The car comes disassembled, and once constructed, it can be connected to a computer and modified via code. Uh, In the video promoting the project, Circuit Mesh CEO Albert Goshok, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, said that he has always been fascinated with the Dark Knight's elaborate gadgetry and hoped to build a toy that represented the best of Batman's mental prowess. Quote, ever since I was a little kid, I was a huge Batman fan, unquote. Gotchek, um, Gotchek, um, said, quote, I always adored his strength, intelligence, and his gadgets. That's why I started playing with technology myself. It all started with simple electronic kits that I was building in my living room, and it was so amazing. You work on something for hours and hours, and when you finally flip the switch, the thing lights up and it actually works. I was so proud of myself every single time, but more importantly, I felt like Batman. I wanted to share this joy and excitement I felt with the rest of the world. Unquote. So this guy, in olden times, this guy is reminiscent of those people grew up with the model train kits, right? Same kind of situation there, building it and all that. This is far from Circuit Mess's first product. Since the company was founded in 2017, it has created multiple kits designed to teach electronics, coding, and other STEM skills, including a buildable mobile phone named Ringo, a do-it-yourself voice assistant named Spencer, and Nibble, a handheld retro gaming console. Sounds like they're quite a company, huh? Quote, Circuit Mess is truly inspiring, unquote. Francois Simonetta, Vice President of Warner Brothers Consumer Product um, EMEA agents, EMEA agents, said, quote, turning toys into elaborate STEM kits that teach both electronics and coding is a great way to encourage kids to learn STEM by doing what is most natural to them, playing. We are excited that the Circuit Mesh Batmobile is their next and greatest STEM kit so far, unquote. Aside from its high-tech technology, Circuit Mesh Batmobile sports a sleek look vaguely reminiscent of the famous car's appearance at the beginning of DC's Rebirth initiative, where it was illustrated by artist David Finch in 2016's Batman #1, with a notable bat face plate on its front. The Circuit Mesh Batmobile is available for pre-order via Kickstarter now with a starting tier of $99. So there we go with that one. You got me there. Canada's national sport is lacrosse. The Indigenous hold the title every year. Except the times they didn't go to the international games, about which was one time in the past 10 years. Sweet sounding car. Yep. Figured as much. Anyways, we get on ready to move on to the next article here. Now we'll be going through some anime articles, of course. And we got 4 of these that should go pretty quickly here. Some pretty interesting ones. Again, some profile pieces. Got some profile pieces and some fun stuff here. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's continue on here. The best anime theme songs from the 1990s. The 1990s was the golden age of anime theme songs. Article by Jonathan Grinal, published 17 hours ago. Theme songs are a crucial but often overlooked part of show creation. They draw the audience into the show's world while giving them hints of what they are about to experience, which is true. The right theme song will be catchy and memorable, but it will also set great genre expectations for the audience. Let's see. In the 1990s, the theme song also served a second purpose as in the days before streaming, it could also pull in viewers who were mindlessly flipping through the channels. So making a good first impression was extremely important. Because of this, the 90s was home to some of the best anime intros in history. Here are 5 of the best earworms that will be in your head all day. One Piece, We Are. Yeah, the English version done by Vic, of course. So let's see here. While One Piece is currently on its 23rd intro theme, it is hard to argue that the first isn't one of the best. Recorded by Hiroshi Kidadani, We Are is a fantastic song. It is an up-tempo number that is full of excellent brass flourishes. Um, yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, Vic did the English dub version of the song for Funimation when they dubbed it. The song perfectly captures the adventurous, exciting feeling of the early episodes of the show. It also gets you pumped for what's to come in the upcoming episode. The lyrics fit the show perfectly, explaining the quest for the One Piece to the audience while also encapsulating Luffy's character, showing both his passion for adventure and his drive to make friends. We are the crew. We are Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon has always had great themes. While the first Japanese theme aimed to be a Pokemon Master by Rika Matsumoto, from what I understand, she was the one who did Ash's Japanese voice, is fantastic. The American song became more iconic, performed by Jason Page. The song is a triumphant call to adventure that perfectly explains Ash's driven character, his relationship with his Pokemon, and the show's premise, all while being supremely catchy. This is mixed with memorable lyrics and a simple melody line, making the song easy to remember, along with something every 90s kid did at least once. A testament to the song's quality is that it is still widely popular despite its age. Gotta catch 'em all, 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 Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Charmeleon, Wart. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Neon Genesis Evangelion. A cruel angel's thesis. Arguably anime's most famous theme, A Cruel Angel's Thesis from Neon Genesis Evangelion was performed by Yoko Takahashi. The song perfectly fits the subversive nature of Evangelion, as while the theme song sounds sort of like your usual mecha show intro, it's a little off thanks to its slower pace and use of complex choir-like harmonics at the start, which is true. It's kind of a interesting song in its own right. The lyrics only further cement this, as while the lyric "Rise up, young boy, and make yourself a legend" sounds like a traditional shonen fare. Lines like "Innocent, I still know nothing of fate, yeah," and the references to motherhood and make it clear that things are anything but regular. Let's see. Rise up, young boy, and make yourself a legend. Like innocent eyes know nothing of fate yet. Let's see. Sailor Moon, Moonlight, Densetsu. I don't know who sang the English version of it, but they're gonna probably mention who sang um, the Japanese singer of it was. So 1992 Sailor Moon, while a classic, has an often overlooked soundtrack, but its theme song Moonlight Densetsu is rightfully regarded as one of the best anime intros ever. Performed by the band Dolly, the song is a catchy up-tempo pop song that blends lush piano, fantastic drum beat, and very 90s synths. I think that's short for synthesizers. All of which perfectly captures both the show's mystery and Usagi's upbeat nature. The lyrics add to this as they perfectly encapsulate Usagi's desire for love and her confusion about her situation while also linking back to the planetary theme found in the show. In fact, the song drops early hints about Usagi and Tuxedo Mask's backstory way before such things are explored in the show. Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon. Cowboy Bebop, Tank. This one's been getting talked about a lot lately with of course the live action Netflix crap show coming out. Whenever you talk about anime soundtracks, Cowboy Bebop has to be mentioned as it has some of the best music in anime history. The opening theme Tank is the perfect example of this. Composed by Yoko Kanno and performed by the Seatbelt, the song is an uptempo jazz fusion piece that calls back to classic heist movies from the 1960s and the theme of Lupin III, which was a massive influence on Cowboy Bebop. It combines these with some quick, catchy brass, strings, and an extremely hummable melody. Overall, it perfectly captures the chaotic action pace and messy lives of the Bebop's crew. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I know I probably ended up taking a little more time on that due in part to the fact that I want to get at least a little bit of sample of songs for you guys in there. Hopefully you guys are all we're past the hour mark, so I may speed up a little bit here, even though we're over halfway done. So you guys have anything to say on the theme songs article here? Toys, I know you probably watch a lot of anime. Are there any particular theme songs you found interest? Like I know for me, granted, some of them are from the 90s, some of them are from the 2000s, but some of the theme songs that I like are like Seesaw and Fiction. A lot of the stuff that was done on like the Dot Hack series and some of B Train's works, like Noir and all that. Some of their openings and endings were pretty cool. But you guys have anything to say about the theme songs at all? I want to add to that conversation a bit. Before I move on. Sounds like Chloe's at it again. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Well, as it would appear that there would appear nobody anything to say about the um. Yeah, Woody apparently disappeared on me too. He was here earlier. It seemed. I guess maybe he went to sleep or something like that. Oh, hey, Solid. I like PSI missing. Oh yeah, no but. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about from um certain magical index. Roar from magical index. Um, and only my railgun, sister's voice, final phase from. Yeah, I would imagine you probably liked a lot of the certain stuff, certain magical index, certain scientific railgun, all that. So yeah, those were some pretty good songs too. Um, Solid. Uh, all right, getting ready to move on to the next article here. Then Seven Deadly Sins: How to Get Started with the Anime and Manga. Lasting for almost a year, Seven Deadly Sins has over 40 manga volumes and an anime that's also recently concluded. Article by Timothy Donahue, published 14 hours ago. Concluding its manga run early last year, Seven Deadly Sins has was one of several shonen manga to become immensely popular in the past decade. Um, Featuring a band of outlaw heroes. Um, the Seven Deadly Sins um, has the medieval misfits trying to clear their name and defeat a wayward group of manipulated knights. The franchise has now continued in the pages of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, so people who've never read the original will want to finally check it out. Lasting for almost a year, The Seven Deadly Sins has over 40 manga volumes and an anime that's also recently concluded. For the sequel gets long winded itself, here's where to read and watch The Seven Deadly Sins. The plot of The Seven Deadly Sins. The titular Seven Deadly Sins are a group of now hunted knights who once defended the world of Britannia. Um, However, their heroism was sullied when they were framed for supposedly planning to overtake the Leonis kingdom. This caused them to disband their ranks, although their reunion is spearheaded by none other than Elizabeth, the Princess of Leonis. She finds the young Meliodas, the leader of the Seven Deadly Sins, and sets out to form the group again in order to clear their name. Excuse me for just one moment. I think I didn't close my door all the way. Just be right back. Shadow is the light from a certain scientific area too. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. Standing in their way are the Holy Knights, who are much more respected throughout Britannia. Let me see. Make sure. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Ironically, they are being manipulated behind the scenes by a deadly demon, with the events that transpire afterward being tied to both Elizabeth and Meliodas. Um, as the franchise's name would suggest, biblical concepts and terms are spread throughout, though these are mostly in name and have little to do with anything particularly religious. Where to read the Seven Deadly Sins manga? There's some artwork from the manga, of course. The Seven Deadly Sins was created by Nakaba Suzuki, starting starting publication in Weekly Shonen Magazine in 2012 following a 2011 one-shot pilot story. It ran from 2012 to 2020, with the nearly 350 chapters being collected into 41 manga volumes. There are also 5 spin-off manga at the moment, although none of these have been translated in English and officially released outside of Japan. Other stories in the series include 4 light novels, with the 7 colored recollections being made available internationally. As is the case with most popular manga, The Seven Deadly Sins is available digitally on Comixology, as well as physically through retailers like Amazon, Right Stuff International, Books A Million, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, and Target. Some of these retailers also have collections of the manga that box several volumes together. Where to watch the Seven Deadly Sins anime? A1 Pictures handled the anime for Seven Deadly Sins, although Studio Dean took over for the 4th and 5th seasons. Each of these seasons had its own subtitle, the 5th and the most recent being titled The Seven Deadly Sins Dragon's Judgment. The first season had 24 episodes and 2 humorous OVA specials, whereas the third season had 24 episodes and 1 OVA. Both 4th and 5th seasons have 24 episodes, but the second season featured a mere 4. So now 24 is within usually the normal count of a full season anime, 24 to 26. So the anime was initially Netflix exclusive, although it was later made available to stream through Funimation as well. Individual episodes can also be bought for streaming through Amazon Prime Video, Google Play, and YouTube. Um, although this is certainly a pricey option. Blu-ray collections are also available through Best Buy, Right Stuff, Amazon, Funimation, and Walmart. So there we go with that one. Let's see. So I think we got 2 more articles to go through here. Here's the next one we'll do. As always, if you guys haven't already, if you guys can like and share the stream, we can get some more people in here. That'd be appreciated. I know I should have more than just 2 people watching, unless everybody's gone to bed. Anyways, let's see, 1 hour 21. So yeah, we got 2 more, so we should get them pretty quickly here. New Kill la Kill figures revealed by Good Smile Company. Collectible company Good Smile shows off two new budget-friendly figures of Ryoko Matoi, the protagonist from Studio Trigger's Kill la Kill. Article by Mikestand, published 13 hours ago. There's her. There's a picture. There's a CGI drawing of her. Good Smile Company has released new images of two of its upcoming Kill la Kill figures. Both figures are of Kill la Kill's revenge-seeking protagonist, Ryuko Matoi, and portray her in her regular school outfit. The first figure comes from Good Smile Company's Pop-Up Parade line, which usually offers a level of detail and build quality that is above other budget-priced prize figures, but at the more affordable price than collector-grade scale figures, which usually cost hundreds of dollars. The figure depicts Matoi with her trademark weapon, the bright red scissor scythe. In addition to the new pop-up parade, Matoi will be depicted in a cuter chibi figure as part. Now, chibi figures, for those of you who may not know what that term means, chibi figure is basically when they make them look, when they kind of in a more exaggerated fashion, make them look more childlike, make the character look more like childlike, you know. As part of the company's Hello line, Matoi's rival, Satsuki Kiryuin, and her best friend, Manka Shoku, will also receive chibi figures as part of the collection. Both figures are currently available for pre-order from Good Smile Company's website, with a pop-up parade going for $38.99 US dollars and the Hello figure going for $15.99. So, and this must be one of the figures. This is probably the first figure, the not the Hello figure, but there's the rear. And here's the chibi. This is the one from Hello. Probably the chibi figure right here. That does look kind of cute. Kill la Kill was the first full-length anime series to be released by Studio Trigger, which was founded in 2011 by Gurren Lagann director Hiroyuki Imaishi and Masahiko Otsuka after they left Gainax, the financially troubled anime studio that produced the highly influential Neon Genesis Evangelion in 1995. The series tells the story of Ryuko Matoi, a young woman with a fiery temper who travels to Honoji Academy to track down her father's murderer, with her only clue being half a pair of massive scissors that the killer left behind, which she now wields herself like a sword. The show recently celebrated the 8th anniversary of its original premiere, which prompted Studio Trigger to the show's original character designer, the artist Sushio, to release new and never before seen art from the show. Since the release of Kill la Kill, Studio Trigger has risen to prominence as one of Japan's top animation houses. In 2018, the studio teamed up with Tokusatsu studio Subaraya Productions to create SSSS. Gridman, a new anime series based on one of Suburaya's classic costumed action shows from the 90s. The show was both a commercial and critical success. It spawned a spin-off series, SSSS. Dynazenon, Xenon, in 2021. The series is set to continue with a third entry in the franchise, which will be revealed sometime during the first half of 2022. Animation Studio has also explained success with their acclaimed theatrical release, Premiere, which was released in theaters in 2019 and is currently available for streaming on HBO Max. The studio was also one of 7 anime companies selected by Lucasfilm and Disney to create a short for their recently related anthology series, Star Wars Visions. Okay, so there we go. So that, and we have one more article to go through, and this next one is going to be pretty cute too. Soups. Hmm. All right, so here's the last main article for the night. And it's kind of a cute one. This is probably part of the reason why I picked it. It was kind of interesting, kind of a little fun little article here. So here we go. Pokemon finally get to watch humans fight in new partnership with Japan Sumo Association. Pokemon and the Japan Sumo Association announced a new partnership that will see Pikachu and friends around the ring during sumo matches. Article by Michael Cerna, published 12 hours ago. Why not? Pokemon will use to help promote the Tokyo Olympics, right? Look at all those sumo guys. Like, what in the world's this? Like, Pikachu's all looking all cute at. Not so little though. After years of being forced to fight for our entertainment, Pokemon will now get to watch humans engage in combat. The official Japanese Pokemon Twitter account announced that the perpetually popular monster catching franchise has entered into a partnership with the Japan Sumo Association, Japan's premier sumo wrestling league. The collaboration will see Pokemon themed banners, which will feature art of Pikachu and the sumo inspired fighting type Makuhita, um, displayed around the ring during sumo tournaments. So, if any of you have NHK TV as part of your cable package, if you happen to have those, you'll probably see some of this on like Sumopedia and Sumo highlights and all that. Let's see. All right. Competitors in these tournaments, which will be held during November and January, will also wear Pokemon themed Kesho Mawashi. I'm guessing Kesho Mawashi are those like belts they wear. Those big belts they wear to the ring. I'm guessing that may be either that or the Kesho Mawashi are probably the robes they come out in. I'm not exactly sure. Which are, okay. They explain it in the next sentence here. Which are the decorative aprons, the, yeah, so those belts basically that wrestlers wear before. Oh, okay. Actually, okay. Before the match begins. Okay. The tournament's referees will also wear Pokemon inspired uniforms. Pokemon mascot characters will also make appearances at tournaments for the league's youth divisions. Oh boy, did not want to do that. That was not my intention right there. Thing froze on me a bit there. So there's another picture posted from the YouTube or from the Twitter. Hey, RJ. Oh, imagine kaiju rising up, throwing bales at humans to catch them, then making them fight. Yeah. Um. Don't know if you. I don't know how much you were listening in on some of the earlier stuff, RJ. One of the articles I was reading earlier. So there's a site called Global Comics that is putting. I think that's the name of it. They're putting up. They have a kind of a LinkedIn site called Talent Marketplace that you might want to check out. It's a place they're setting up to help people who are like who do Indiegogos and do independent comic stuff to try to make connections with other collaborators and collectors. So might want to check that out if you hadn't heard about it already. Um, yeah, it was Global Comics because the other thing was Circuit. But anyways, I hope you got all that, RJ. Yeah. So anyways, getting back to the article here then. Large banners decorated with the box art for the original Pocket Monsters red and green versions will also be displayed at the venues for these tournaments as part of the year-long celebration of the 25th anniversary of those games. Original release of the game's original release. The first Pokemon games were created by the independent studio Game Freak, who at the time was best known for its Sega Genesis Mega Drive platformer Pulseman, and were released in Japan in 1996 for Nintendo's original black and white Game Boy. These games were localized internationally 2 years later as Pokemon Red and Blue versions and instantly became a global phenomenon. Pokemon Company is celebrating the multi-billion-dollar franchise's big anniversary across all forms of media. Um, a new season of the Pokemon Journeys anime sees Ash and Pikachu revisiting old friends and regions from the series past, recently debuted on Netflix. The company has also started a new anime miniseries um, based on the stories from the video games, entitled Pokemon Evolutions. Each episode features an animated retelling of one of the key scenes from each of the generations in the game series. The new series is available to stream for free from the official Pokemon YouTube channel. Of course, video games are the heart of the Pokemon franchise, and Nintendo has been more than happy to cash in on the series' birthday with with multiple new releases this past year, including new Pokemon Snap, the long-awaited sequel to the classic N64 game, and Pokemon Unite, a competitive multiplayer game that was released on multiple platforms. The next major release um, in the series, the DS remakes Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, will be released on November 19th. Most anticipated of the upcoming games in the series is the all new Pokemon Legends, Arceus, um, which will be released for the Nintendo Switch in January and will feature a new, more open world for players to explore, as well as new battle mechanisms and more monsters to catch. Oh, there we go with that one. Alrighty then. So that's all for the main stories tonight. Let's see. It looked like people dropped off again, apparently. All right, so that's all of the main stories tonight. We're at an hour 37, so it's probably a good time to start in about winding down. And I haven't yet seen any notification. I don't know if Nick is streaming tonight or not. Haven't seen any notifications there as of yet. Um, so how's everybody doing? You guys enjoyed the content tonight? You guys enjoyed the stories? Yeah, we're just seeing if you guys had um if you guys had anything more to say. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube seems to be screwy with the. Everybody still here? I'm counting trading cards as I put them into. Okay. Well, I'm just hoping people are still listening, RJ. It's like, you know, um, yeah. All right. Well, anyways, okay. So we're at hour 39. It looks like things are winding down. So let me do a couple quick little announcements, and then if everybody's ready, I guess we can start wrapping up and get ready for this day in Nietzsche history. Um, just a couple of quick reminders. Of course, tomorrow night is um, the our weekly look at comics history, the historical comics retrospect. Um, we'll be starting our coverage of July 1938, going through some of the books from DC. Batgoat, I'll be sending you the StreamYard link sometime around midday, as always. Hopefully, you can be here a little early. Also, don't forget tomorrow. You guys are going to want to be here because I will be making two major announcements in regards to the future of the Mikestand. Um, so um, I'll be making a couple major announcements. So in regards to the future of the Mikestand there. Um, so with that, if you guys are ready, we can go back and take a look back at this day in each history. All right. So, anyways, so without any further ado, then today is Thursday, October the 28th, 2021. Let's take a look back at this day in each history. And our first stop, we are going to be heading back 50 years ago today, as on this date 50 years ago today, the 375th issue of Walt Disney's Comics and Stories went on sale from Gold Key for 15 cents. It was 32 pages. This this particular book was actually started by Dell Comics back in 1940, and then picked up, I believe, in 1962 by Gold Key. So this is the 375th issue of this book. Of course, this one was published by Gold Key, after it had picked up the title from Dell Comics. So on this date in 1971, 50 years ago today, the 375th issue of Walt Disney's Comics and Stories went on sale on this date. So there we go with that one. Next up, on this date 25 years ago today, from the America West Arena in Phoenix, Arizona, WCW held its Monday Nitro event. The main event saw Booker T defeat Lex Luger by countout. Also on the card, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Jimmy Graffiti, known better to some fans as Jimmy Del Rey. Let's see. Also on the night, I saw Dean Malenko defend the WCW Cruiserweight Championship against Jim Powell. Now this is kind of a head scratcher, because here's the thing. Now, granted, he did win the match. That's true. But why this match was for the WCW Cruiserweight title, I have no idea. Because now, granted, I know we're talking about professional wrestling, and they don't always make sense. But the cruiserweight weight limit is like 225 pounds. Jim Powers has always wrestled well over that. He's usually in the 240s, maybe 240 at the least, 250 at the max. And yet he was challenging for the cruiserweight title. He was managed by Teddy Long here. The opening match of the night saw Steve Regal defend the television championship against Juventud Guerrera, in which he retained the title. Now, it probably would have made more sense to have Regal defend against Powers and Juventud go after the cruiserweight title, but of course, it's professional wrestling. Among some of the other matches we saw, Chris Benoit with Woman in his corner defeat Eddie Guerrero. High Voltage, the team of High Voltage of Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage, and the team of the Amazing French Canadians, Carl Ouellet and Jacques Rougeau. Those most of you would probably remember them from the WWE as the Quebecers. That match went to a no contest. So on this date, 25 years ago today, WCW held its Monday Nitro event at the America West Arena. And finally, final piece of history here takes us to 2001, 20 years ago today. As on this date, 20 years ago today, in movie theaters, Walt Disney Pictures' Monsters, Inc. premiered on this date in 2001. 20 years ago today, Walt Disney Pictures' Monsters, Inc. premiered on this date in 2001. So anyways, I thank everybody for being here. I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow night. As I said, we'll be doing our historical comic retrospect, and I have 2 major announcements in regard to the future of the Mikestand. So until then, bye!